Namaste, welcome Mary Jane Kasliner. Today's class theme is about remaining connected by letting go of fear. So you may be asking yourself, what does fear have to do with remaining connected? Connected to yourself, and of course the extension of self is to others. By and part, fear comes from the mind. It is not in the spirit and it is not in the heart. It is in the mind, and as humans, we have a tendency to want to control things. And it is through that loss of control that we have fears. The reality is there are very little things in life that we can actually control. And when fear steps in, it has far-reaching consequences. How? Because it blocks us from self-knowledge, and self-knowledge is what leads to harmonious relationship with self, and then of course with those around us. So how do we get around this fear obstacle that causes this far-reaching consequences? And as yogis, we always say, let go. Well, easier said than done. If we can perhaps look beyond the fear, and by looking beyond the fear, what will essentially happen is the polar opposite. And the polar opposite of fear is love. And when we have love, that means we're leading with the heart, our spirit is coming through. The result is self-knowledge, and from there, by extension, is a harmonious relationship that we have with self, which has to come first, and then it can, by extension, move out to others. So in our practice today, we're going to look at moving the body through the asanas, the poses, and think about looking beyond the fear, looking beyond it. So with that being said, let's place the left palm over the heart and the right on top of the left. We'll bow in to surrender here. And I would like you to look deep within your heart and think about just one fear. And then think about moving beyond that fear, looking beyond that fear. And we'll go ahead and open the practice with 3 Om vibrations. And the sound of Om is a very high frequency. So see it as, and think of it as, vibrating through that fear. That we're kind of plucking it out and looking beyond it. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Gently the eyes will open. And let's go ahead and find our way into our tabletop, our quadruped. Always being mindful of our alignment, wrists to shoulders, knees to hips here. And then rotate your fingertips towards your body to open up the inner wrists. And this is a very different expression of moving through your cat-cow, Naranchasana, to get to the asana. So inhaling, opening up, lengthening the sternum, and then exhale, moving the spine up to the dome. Inhale, lengthen the sternum. Exhale, release it all out through the kidney space, the back body. One more time. And let it all rise up and out and beyond Coming back to neutral, let's rotate those palms back to a neutral position here. And begin to swivel the hips. So taking a nice clockwise movement. And really grounding out, feeling the earth beneath you, being held. And then rising up, taking a moment here, and then counter your hip circles here. And as you counter the hip circles, maybe begin to notice the prana within the chest and softening around the neck, the throat, Vishuddha. All right, one more time, and lifting up through the third eye for a little inner wisdom here. We're going to go ahead and sit our hips back to our heels and extend out into a nice child's pose. Maybe a third eye recognition here of the teacher within, the guru within. Softening out and hollowing out the armpits here. Breath in, and the breath is out. As you skim your gaze out, looking beyond your fear, just lift the torso off the earth as you scrape the soil in for nourishment. Pull the knees in just a bit so you're about 2 fists width apart. And we're going to inhale, we're going to rise up. So we're rising up and beyond our fear. And exhale, wing it back, we let go. Let go of control. Inhale, rising up, reaching in for self-knowledge. Exhale, release, let go of fear. One more time, rise up for that harmonious relationship with self and others. And exhale, release that which is binding you. Inhale, glide back up, passing through your tabletop. Tuck out the toes, knees are bent for a nice lazy downward facing dog. Really extending, opening through the hips here. Finding length in the spine. The crown is heavy. And then gently begin to lengthen out the left leg. Heel maybe coming closer to Pachimama. And rotate the right side coming down. Pulling up on the kneecap to activate the quads. Activate the stomach meridian, earth channel. Good. And feel the hastas, the hands, the metacarpals, the base of the knuckles, rotating firmly into the earth. Biceps forward, triceps back. Long side body and long extension of the main channel, the Shoshona, from the sacrum to the crown of the head. Let's go ahead and inhale, raising the right leg. Find a little freedom on the right side of the body as you bend the knee, heel towards the bum. A gentle opening into your hydrant. And then square out the hips, lift your gaze. We're going to send the right foot outside the right hand. So it's a very wide lunge here. And we'll inhale, widen the right arm all the way up and out. And then sweep that right hand back down. Step it back, three-legged dog. Knee to nose, find your alignment. And then mindfully step the right foot through. Ashwasalanchasana, broaden out the collarbones and lengthen the sternum. Surrendering the left side completely down. Anjali Asana, so it's that reach up and beyond here. Breath in. On the breath out, circle the arms back down into the soil of the earth, tucking out the left toes. Shorten your stance, coming into a very high pyramid Parsvottanasana. Take the right thumb into the right hip crease and send the right hip back, left hip forward. Soften and lift the belly up and back and lay the heart down towards the quad. Not all the way though, we'll stay a little bit high here. Good. One breath here. Release, surrender it out. And we're going to go ahead and bend through the back knee here. Pull up on the right heel. We'll call this a pounce pose. So it's almost like we're trying to take off here. And then we're going to go ahead and take off into our perch pose. Knees come together, so a little bird on the perch. Lengthening out the left leg, Ashwasalanchasana, broaden back out the collarbones, step it back into a plank, hinge it forward, the knees release, the chest and chin out in front, glide the body into a soft cobra as you lengthen up, extending the sternum, and then reach back into the soil of the earth for the vibration of the universe in Adam. Tuck out the toes, hips to heels. And then extend the hips skybound. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. In breath, we'll raise the left leg, open up left side, gratitude. And bending the left knee, softly opening into a hydrant, press the left shoulder blade back. Square it out, lift your gaze. We'll send that left foot way outside the left hand and open up everything. Looking way up above, beyond that fear. Sweep the left hand back down, step it back, three-legged dog. Knee to nose, one time, alignment here. Step the left foot through. Gaze softly out, press through the ball of the right foot. Soften the right knee down top of the right foot and sweep the energy up. Looking beyond. Exhale it, send it back down, tucking out the back toes, shorten your stance. Left thumb into the left hip crease, pull it back. Good. You can even feel that sacrum, keep those hips square here. Parsvottanasana here. If you want your block, you certainly can use it. Staying up high. Good, pressing the chi back through the hips here. And then gently soften through the back knee. Pull up onto the heel of that left foot. Pounce pose. We'll take off into a perch pose. Knees come together. Lifting your gaze, step back, Ashwasalanchasana. Full plank, pause. Hinge it forward, release the knees, chest, chin way out in front. Glide forward, low cobra. Soften, melt the front body into the earth. Bring it on back. Hips are high. Adho Mukha Svanasana, breath in. And the breath is out. Lifting your gaze, we'll take that gentle walk up to the top of the mat. Forward your fold, Uttanasana, soften the knees. Hold opposite elbows here. And just allow everything to dangle and soften into the earth. We're going to inhale, reverse the prana, send it all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana, prayer into the heart. Anahata Chakra, and open it up, full attention, Samasthiti. Breath in. Woof. Breath out. I'm already sweating, very hot out here. Breath in. Breath out. Beginning our sun salutations, we'll begin with the cosmic bow. So OMG, right knee behind the left. So we bow, we give thanks. Hands straight to the earth, low lunge, lift out, look beyond. Step it back, hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Rising up, dog or cobra. And exhale, melt it all the way. Downward facing dog. In breath, raise the gaze, lift the leg. Out breath, step it through. Left joins right, half lift. Exhale, ha. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, set it to the prayer. ONG, left behind the right. Step it back, Ashwasalanchasana. Hips high, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Rise, pull it up through the gateway of the heart. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. In breath, raise it all up and beyond. Out breath, conquer it. Open. Right joints left. Halfway climb here. Exhale. Surrender. Inhale, rise. Exhale, heart. Part of letting go is surrendering, knowing when to surrender. Open it up, full attention. ONG, right behind the left. Step it back, low lunge. Full plank, move through your flow. Rise it up. Tilt it back. In breath, raise the gaze. Out breath. Stay on your path. Left joints right. Halfway lift. Exhale. Surrender. Inhale, reverse. Exhale. prayer. Open it. Take it to the left. Fortunate blessings. Step it back. Gaze out. Plank. Flow. Rise. Release. Let go. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, send it through. Right to join the left. Halfway left. Exhale, surrender. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, prayer. Open it up, full attention. Samasthiti. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Sweep it into your chair, Utkatasana. And let's go ahead and let it go. So diver's pose. Lifting the heels, pull the shoulders back, look beyond your fear. Soften the heels, come back to your chair, and we're going to take it all the way down into the earth. Sit down and come into a boat Navasana pose. Waking up Manipura chakra, so that's your inner will. Ardha Navasana, and rise up. Ardha Navasana, up. Hang here, breath of fire. 3, 2, 1, rise. Float it back. Rock it. Rise it back into your chair. Push away mountain. Prayer to heart. Open it back up. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, rise. Exhale, slide. Inhale, step the right leg back. Exhale, plank through chaturanga. Rising and releasing. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, raise the right leg. Lift your gaze. Exhale, right foot through. Spiral the back foot. Cartwheel open, Virabhadrasana 2. Soften into this pose, yet feel that strength locks in from the lower bandhas, rising all the way up. Open up that chi. Peace. Back to 2. Sweep it around, take a 2 to the back. Let the chi rise up through the main channel. Peace. Back to 2. Rise up, upward flying, taking your arms, spinning it back behind you. Clasp the hands. Lift up and out over yourself. Rotate the right toes forward. Bow in, humble yourself. Inhale, rise up, lengthen the front leg. Reverse your triangle. And on the out breath, hinge it forward. Trikonasana pose. Feel free here to use your block. Really ignite through the right leg. Notice the hip position. Left hip slightly coming forward. A long breath here, easing the left scapula down. The right arm will lift up and out. Soften the right knee into your piece. Cartwheel, surrender it away. Step it back, plank. Roll to the outer edge of your left foot. Vashisthasana. Tap it back. Open the heart. No fear there. Spin it back. 3-legged dog. Float it back. Soften it out. Plank, maybe a flow, doesn't need to be. Downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale the left leg, lift your gaze. Exhale, we'll send it through, spiral. So we're going to open up. There's your warrior 2. Soften into it. Lift out through the base. Muladhara. Feel secure. Piece it out, exalted. Back to 2. Sweep it around, 2 to the back. Breath in. Breath out to peace. Bring it on back to 2. Rise it up, upward fly. The arms seek behind, clasp it. Shoot the kali, lift your gaze. Rotate feet front of the room. Bow in, humble warrior. Lift up and out, lengthen that front leg. Reverse your triangle. Reach it forward, cast everything out into the earth. Lift up and out, Trikonasana pose. Breath in, breath out. Lifting up through the left arm as you rise up into your piece. Sweep it back into the earth. Step it to plank. Roll it outside edge right foot. Vashisthasana. And step it back. Wild thing, Karamkasana. Sweep it back, three-leg dog. Option for a flow. Rise up and out. Downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale the right leg, lift your gaze, exhale, send it through. Cartwheel open, back to two. So we tuck back in to that inner warrior. We can look beyond fear, strength within, piece it out. Sweep it around, two to the back. Peaceful warrior, pieces all around you if you but look. Rise all the way up, seek the hands behind you, shoot the Kali, lift up out of yourself. Rotate around to the front, sink it in, humble. Rise back up, reverse your triangle, whole right side body opening to reach out, harmonious relationships into the world. Reach it forward, Trikonasana pose, up and out of yourself. Seek a half bind, left hand upper, right hip. Breath in, breath out. Lift the right arm off the earth. Seek it into a half binding, peaceful warrior. On the out breath, Parsvakonasana side angle, either reaching down to the earth block or your quad. Left arm rises up overhead. Press out through the outer edge, left foot, as the outer edge of the right knee and right hip moves back. Sweep the left arm overhead, Utthita. Rise the right arm, lift up into peace. Cartwheel it down, three-legged dog. Lift your gaze, send the right foot through. Go ahead and grab your block if you want it. Ardha Chandrasana, standing half moon. So we need to move through the ebb and flow of change and soften. One more breath. Soften your standing legs, soft landing into your piece. You find it within. Cartwheel it down. Plank, three-legged flow if you'd like. Rise up. Take it back. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, left leg, left side. All those blessings that we have. Spin and rotate into two. Piece it out. Follow it through. See where you've been. Come to peace if you choose. Rise it up. Take the arms behind. Shoot the Kali down into the earth. Break through. Lift your gaze. Rotate back around to the front. Humble. Move beyond the ahamkara. That's where the control lies, in the ego. Rise up, reverse your triangle. Reach up and out of yourself. Trikonasana pose. Seek a half bind, left hip crease opening, left rib cage under the right. Breath in, breath out. Lift the left arm off the earth as you rise into a half binding piece. On your exhalation, Parsvakonasana, side angle. Pay attention to the whole right side here. Lift out and over. It's a big, big reach. One breath here. Lift up and out into peace. Circle it down, three-legged dog. Send the left foot through, standing half moon. Ardha Chandrasana. Moving through the cycles of change. the dynamics of the human journey. Soften, step it back, peace. Flow it out, three-leg dog, maybe three-leg flow. And come into your downward facing dog, trusting. Part of moving beyond fear is to trust yourself. And when you trust yourself, you trust others. In breath, raise the right leg. Out breath, send the right foot through. Peaceful Shanti. Sweep it around. Peace to the back. Take it up. Reach behind. Lift your gaze, lift your potential. Find self-knowledge. Rotate around. Be willing to be humble. Rise up. Reverse your triangle. Reach forward, Trikonasana pose. Left arm overhead, right arm rising, and then sink into a reaching, extending both arms now out, Parsvakonasana. Sweep it back into your piece. Cartwheel it down. Plank through Chaturanga. Rising up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Lifting out through the right leg. Send the right foot through again. Standing half moon. Maybe you reach in for a bow here of Chapasana. Releasing, left foot joins the right. Forward your fold. Come into your chair, Utkatasana. Lower it all the way down. Sit into your boat, Navasana. Sweat is just pouring into my eyes here. It's a hot yoga class for me. Ardha Navasana. Rise up. Send it back. Rise up. One more time back. Rise up. Take a pause here. Beautiful. Roll it back. Rise it up into your chair. One breath here. Press away the earth. Lift the right knee. Take hold of the right ankle. Soften it to the inner seam of the right leg. Rikshasana tree, so we grow. Great vitality, growth as we move beyond our fears. Open up to receive. Left hand, left hip. Maybe a yoga toe lock. Maybe the knee remains bent. Maybe we'll press out and lengthen that thigh bone back. One breath here. Release, OMG. So there's your cosmic bow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just bow right in here. And then rise back up, Urdhva Hastasana. And open up your feet wider than your mat here. Heels in, toes out. Shoot the Kali and take it down. So we're cutting through all that fear. Rise it back up. Heel toe your feet back in together here. Sweep it back into your chair and then float it down. Open it up. Prayer squat. Malasana. Breath in. Breath is out. One more breath in. One more breath out. Bow forward, hips are high. Take a halfway lift. Step it back, left leg, the right to seek, maybe a flow. Lift up and out. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, raise the left leg. Exhale, send it through. Rise into peace. Sweep it around, peace to the back. Lift it up and out here. Rise all the way up. Seek behind. Rotate front, humble. Rise all the way up. Reverse your triangle. Reach up and out. Trikonasana pose. Sweep the right arm overhead. left to follow, soften the front knee. Seek it into peace. Good. Cartwheel it down. Take it through a flow if you'd like. Pull it up and out. Left leg rising, lift your gaze. Exhale, send it through. Standing half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Press out through the right heel. Maybe going for a bow as you bend in that right knee and press foot into the hand. Breath in, and the breath is out. Soften back out. One more breath here. Right hand joins the left, forward you fold, bow in. Inhale, have a seat, Utkatasana. Rise all the way up. Let's go ahead and take the sole of the left foot to the inner seam of the right leg, Vrikshasana pose. So the trunk of the tree is our karma. So we learn from our mistakes, right? It's the only way we can learn. If we erase our mistakes, we're just going to repeat them. Go ahead and maybe keep that left knee bent or extend it. Utthita Hasta Pada Gustasana pose. Breath in. On the breath out, thank you, thank you, thank you. And just lay in here for a moment to thank the universe. Beautiful. Rise up, step wide in your stance here. Heels in, toes out. Divyasana here. We'll go ahead and take the eagle arms, and this time we're going to slash through with the power and insight and clarity of the eagle. Rise it back up, sweep it around. You can bring your legs back together. Open everything up, one breath here. Exhale, forward your fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, you can take a halfway lift if you like. Step it back, plank to Chaturanga. Rise it up. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. One breath here. And one breath out. Inhale, raise the right leg. Exhale, send it through. Rise into a crescent lunge. Ha. Sweep the hands down. Shorten your stance, Parsvottanasana. Right thumb, right hip crease, send it back. Soften the sacrum. Pull the belly in. Walk it down. You can rotate those fingertips towards you. Open the wrist. Soften the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Rotate the palms here. We'll come into that pounce. So bend through the back knee. Right? Come up onto the heel of the right foot. Take off perch pose. Walk your hands towards you. You can remain here or maybe begin to lengthen out into a full standing leg split. Soften, lower that left leg. Take a halfway lift. Float it back down. Come back to your chair, Utkatasana. And then rise up, right leg wraps, either full or double, doesn't matter. Pull the right hip back. So open to receive here in this eagle pose. One breath here. Good. Unravel, step it back, high crescent. And then rotate, rise, upward flying. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Hello, can you see me? Beautiful. If you want to invert here, go ahead. I'm going to lay off it because my neck is a little out of whack right now, but you certainly can rise up and invert if that's in your practice. Otherwise, we'll take the left palm center, right palm will rise, pull out through that left hip. Right hand comes down, lift the left. Exhale, left hand down. Walk around towards your right, so the back of the mat here. Soften the left knee into the earth. Rise it up, Anjali. Breath here. Prayer to heart. Soften the hands down. You're going to tuck the left knee behind the right and have a seat for your seated spinal twist. Notice that right hip may be off the earth. So you want to take your right thumb and press it down. You want to make sure that sitting bone is down into the earth here. Left arm will rise up, maybe outside that right knee, and float the left hand behind. Soften the eyes here. And now breathe through the corkscrew, the spirals, through the center of your body. Let it rise up the upper half of the sternum, from the manubrium, the center, all the way up through the crown. And then let it work its way back down. One more breath. Good. We're going to counter our twist and actually rotate all the way around and climb back into your downward facing dog. So it's a little awkward here, right? Walk it out. One breath. Good. Inhale the left leg, lift your gaze. Exhale, the left foot comes through. High crescent lunge. Lift up and out of yourself. Circle the energy around the auric body. Shorten your stance, Parsvottanasana. Good. Left thumb into that left hip crease. Pull the belly up and back. Uddiyana Bandha. Exhale. Pull it all the way up and back. Good. And bow in. Stay connected. Maybe soften through the sacrum. Creating that strong triangular base. One more breath here. Pounce pose, so soften the right knee, come on the heel of the left foot, and we'll float it right back into our perch. Walk the hands in a little bit. Maybe perch extends into a standing leg split. From earth to heaven and back, from the root to the crown and back. Everything meets in the center for peace. Beautiful. Right foot joins the left, forward your fold, surrender. Inhale, sweep it up to your chair, and then press it away. Take the left leg wrapping around the right. Good. Garudasana with an open to receive. Sweep it back, high crescent lunge. Rise it up, upward flying warrior. Wide-legged forward fold, Prasarabdha Maybe a yoga toe lock, elbows out, crown reaching into the soil of the earth. So pulling the wisdom in of Mother Earth. And she has much wisdom. Leave your fears into the earth, she'll take them from you. Inhale for a halfway lift. Walk around to your left, back of your mat here, and soften the right side down. Rise it up, Anjali. Prayer through the heart, release. Right knee behind the left, sit it on down here. Make sure that left hip crease is down so the sitting bones are planted in the earth. Left hand rides back behind like a second spine. As the right arm rises up, crosses around you. So here, into the spirals, as we sit in this spinal twist, spirals are so sacred in the universe, in the body, the RNA and DNA, and in nature. One more breath here. Good. And exhale, we're going to spin it all the way around. So you're just going to load yourself back up. You can walk right into your downward dog. It's not pretty, but it's kind of fun, right? There's fun in the process of moving beyond our fear. We have to have that, right? Inhale, we'll float to the plank. Exhale, pass through Chaturanga down to belly. So feel Pachimama, the whole front of the body, the stomach meridian, nourishing. On the in-breath, we'll lift the head, the chest, the arms, and the legs. Shalambhasana, a breath here. Notice the pelvic triangle. Notice the waters filling the basins of the earth and the walls of our cells. Bring it back down. Wash the hips side to side. In-breath, rise it back up. Wash the waters. And exhale, float it down. Hips move side to side. Palms underneath the chest. Reach it back into your child's pose. Rise all the way up. Seek that self-knowledge. And exhale, let go of fear. Inhale, rise back up and beyond. And exhale. Release. One more time, rise. One more time, let it go. And then take your two fists between your knees, good distance here. We'll stand up on those knees again. Tuck out your toes, drive the tailbone down, broaden out the aces point, lengthen through the sternum, lift up through the crown. You can remain right here in Ustrasana pose. That works very well. I may take a reach back. My chiropractor may not like me, but I'm gonna go for it. We'll take it into the next level of Ustrasana, maybe the reach back onto the heels, pressing the aces points forward. Good. So this is the inner navigation system, meaning we have to trust ourselves within. And that means we move beyond trying to control things, others, circumstances. Inhale, raise the right arm and the left. Exhale, weave it through the conscious meridian. Right, inner consciousness. Sit it back down onto your heels. Let's take the left hand over the heart and the right. Seek back in. And perhaps find another fear. And pluck it back out. And we'll take one Om here to clear the throat chakra. Vishuddha. And break up that second fear. Deep breath in. Release, shift your hips to the left. Bring your legs around in front of you. You may need to negotiate yourself on your mat. Let's bring it on down into Pachimama. And as you arrive onto the earth, the knees will bend. Lengthen the fingertips, extend to your heels. Good. On the in-breath, press away the earth, rainbow the hips up, shimmy the shoulders under. Good. Be mindful of the knees and the ankle. Feel the energy projecting forward through the lower part of your legs, shins, knees. Yet feel there is an opening through the collarbones and through the aces points. Keep those opening and through the bridge of your skull. So we keep those foundations in alignment. Exhale, surrender it back down into the earth. Good, let's widen the feet and pitch a tent, knees to the center. Breathing in, breathing out, maybe left hand on the heart, right palm to the lower belly. We'll go ahead and take a second bridge, or if you have Urdhva Dhanurasana wheel practice, go ahead and take it. I'm still staying away from deep back bends for my lumbar spine injury, so I'm going to pull back into a bridge myself. Recheck my ankle points here. Ride the wave up. Good. So there's a hug in. Imagine you're squeezing a block between your inner thighs here, keeping everything long, and make sure that there's some space in Vishuddha chakra here. So really awakening, noticing maybe sensations of where you might be feeling it. So the front body opening is very earthy. We do have the stomach channel, right? If you feel the inner thighs, they have a little bit more liver, kidney, spleen going on here. And if you feel the shoulders, we're getting involved then with heart meridian, working up and through the arms here. Good. And exhale, let's bring it on down. We'll hug those knees in upon asana, a little side to side rock. Left sole of the foot down, right ankle just above that left knee, right knee moving out and away. We'll go ahead and hug up the left shin, pull the left knee in towards your heart. Breath here. Maybe the outer right hip, gallbladder chain awakening. Processing all the garbage, right? And then exhale as you release. And let's go ahead and just invite gravity. So everything floats to the left, maybe the right sole of the foot finds Pachimama, arms to either a T position here or cactus, your choice, and soften your gaze to the right. I love this stretch. It feels so good on the outer right hip. One more breath here. Good. And then pull it back up. Let's hug the knees back in. Uttanasana, sacral rock, side to side. And we'll take the sole of the right foot down. Left ankle just above the left knee here. Left knee floating away. And let's go ahead and clasp the right shin just beneath the right knee. Hug in towards your chest. I feel a big opening on the outer left hip here. One more breath. Good. And then soften the sole of the right foot into the earth. Once again, the arms either T or cactus. Invite gravity and just let the legs float to the right. Left foot finds the earth. Let's go ahead and gaze over to the left shoulder. One breath here. Good. And then bring it on back. Hug it in. Right ankle over the left. We're going to rock and roll front to back. Good. And rise all the way up. We're going to open our legs here, preparing for a forward bend. So we continue now to pare down into the parasympathetic nervous system. So we want a gentle forward tilt of the pelvic here. You can use a blanket underneath if you'd like to assist with that. And gently begin to walk forward, Upavista Konasana. So take it where it works for you. I'm just gonna hang out here because I might lose you in the screen here. So I'm not gonna go all the way flat onto my chest. I'll take myself into a little fist chin hold. And here you can really feel the inner parts of the thighs. So this is where you can really accentuate the liver, the kidney, and the spleen meridians. I like to always think about Nadi Shodhana breathing or alternate nostril and do it through the padas. So maybe inhaling through the right, and then you'll exhale out the left, pull it in through the left, and exhale out through the right. So it's a nice way to work Upavista Konasana. This is a very watery kind of asana. So just imagine waterfalls floating in every direction around your body here. It's really quite lovely. One more breath here. And then as you inhale, as you lift up the torso, walk everything back in. You're gonna soften those knees, hug them in, round out the spine, and then rotate back, lengthening on your mat here. Once again, noticing where the sitting bones are, penetrating down into the earth. And we'll lift everything up and out and exhale, bridge it forward, creating this forward movement on our path into Paschimottanasana. I like to lift the belly up here, lengthen through the sternum, and float the energy, I'm thinking, from the base of the spine out through the crown for 3 breaths here. Good. Let's inhale, walk the energy back up. And we're going to come here into Sukhasana for a moment here. And just soften here into Sukhasana. And take a moment for a brief meditation of softening the corners of your eyes. Eyelids float down. Easing the tension from the jaw. Letting the tongue settle to the base of the mouth. Relaxing the ears and broadening through the base of your skull. There's a softening across the clavicles, the shoulders, and a surrender here. Just come into your breath. Just breathe softly in and out. Noticing where the mind goes. Can you reel it back in? Can you breathe past it? Can you breathe past your fears? Taking a few more breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. You can remain in this posture of meditation, or I invite you to settle down into the earth, into your Shavasana. That's really your choice. And you can stay and remain in Shavasana as long as you would like to. And just noticing the support of the earth beneath you, noticing the change, the difference in your body, noticing as you moved your body, the Annamaya Kosha, how you moved past the fears. You looked beyond them, trying not to control so much. And as you are in Shavasana, I'd like to read this to you. I find it to be so powerful that every day I repeat this to myself. It's actually phrases that can be found on St. Patrick's breastplate. I arise today through the strength of heaven, the light of the sun, the radiance of the moon, the splendor of fire, the speed of lightning, swiftness of the wind, depth of the sea, stability of the earth, firmness of rock. If you're in Shavasana, please make your way back up. And we'll draw the prayer over the heart space, Anahata Chakra, as you bow in to honor yourself, to thank yourself for showing up and rolling out your mat and doing the work. To move towards self-knowledge for a harmonious relationship with yourself that extends out to others. That we flip out of fear into the polar opposite of love. Loka samista sukino bhavantu. May all beings be free and at peace. May our thoughts, words, and actions contribute to that freedom and to that peace. We'll seal the practice with one Om vibration of the universe. Peace to all. Deep breath in. Om. Namaste.